like a jelly baby?
Oh my god, has anyone ever actually had a jelly baby?
Yes!
Oh my god, okay. They're nothing like jelly beans. I hate jelly beans. They're actually filled with jelly. It's the most amazing thing.
That's so cool.
I had friends, this is a true story. And you're all gonna hate me. Well, you're gonna hate my friends as much as I hate them. They're very dear friends, and they are fellow Whovian geeks that me and my partner, of course, introduced to. Most of the people we know, like, we make it very clear to them. I'm like, hey, so we love Doctor Who. We've been into Doctor Who for a long time. We bonded over that, and if you don't like it, we can't be friends. So here's season 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch it and get back to us when you've studied. And but they went to England, and they actually got to see David Tennant in Hamlet. Not just his performance at the Globe as Hamlet, but the night during intermission when he came backstage and announced to the press that he would no longer be playing the Doctor. They were there. So, from the bottom of my heart, fuck them.
I gotta tell a quick story about this picture. That's why I had it pulled up. Well, that's my friend Keith Mayfield. He does a lot of conventions on the East Coast. He also does a lot of prop work and stuff, and he found out that I was a Who fan. He said, oh, have you seen the Sonic Screwdriver? And he pulls out this gorgeous sonic screwdriver. It is 3 different types of metal. The inside is gold. It's titanium, brass, another type of metal with gold on the inlay, on the inside. When you hit the button, it was the strongest LED I've ever. It was like a laser almost coming out. And the slide action was just, and it was out. You could literally throw your hand out and it came out smooth as glass. And I was like, wow, this is probably the best sonic screwdriver that I've ever seen. He said, well, it should be. He said it's from the BBC prop department. It is the sonic screwdriver that was used for the Eccleston-Tennant crossover. That is actually right there in my hand, and I nearly peed on myself. Literally, they had to make, that's actually, was primarily used by Eccleston. Because they had to make the sonic screwdriver slightly larger for David Tennant because he is a little bit clumsier. And you know the scene in the Christmas Day, his first episode, where he sits up and throws the screwdriver out? It slipped out of his hands and broke one of the cameras. So Davies and the prop department were like, yeah, we need to get a little bit bigger screwdriver.
So he pulls a Wii.
Yeah, he pulled a Wii, exactly. So, $35,000 camera and he throws a metal sonic screwdriver.
And what's really hilarious about this is, like, moments after taking this picture, he calls me to gloat like the bastard he is. And everyone,
Guess what I just held?
yeah, and I was in the middle of a panel, and everyone thought someone had died. So I'm like, yes, hello? You have gotta be shitting me! Oh, God! It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Like, well, I've created a month. I showed you Blink.
I know.
How do you get to hold the real frickin' thing before I do? I hate you.
Yeah.
But I love
I
you.
should talk about how I got out of it. And I understand, okay, I'm gonna ask a question, and please nobody boo anybody. How many of you Who fans do not like Matt Smith? He will never be your Doctor because David Tennant is the Doctor, right? Yeah, I see a lot of hands up. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, no, don't boo them.
I love Matt Smith. I like Tennant
I
more,
understand where they're coming from. Because when I was younger, I started with Tom Baker. Like so many people my age did. Love Tom Baker.
Did Colin Baker win?
And I kept watching, and I would watch it, and I would watch it, you know, and I didn't watch it regularly. Just when I saw that it was on, I was like, oh, Doctor Who's on. I love Doctor Who. I was a big Doctor Who fan. And unfortunately, in my sporadic watching, I didn't hear anything about regeneration. I didn't hear anything about any of that. And all of a sudden, one day, I turned on the television, and there was a blonde guy. He was dressed like a cricket player, with salad stuck to him. And they were calling him the Doctor. And I was infuriated. I was like, screw this show, that is not the Doctor, they've ruined it, I will never watch this show again. And I stopped for years and years. I mean, I stopped for all of the other Doctors. And Michael Tatum and my friend Josh Greeley and Joshua tried to get me to watch. I'm like, no, screw that show. They messed up the Doctor, they screwed with my Doctor, that is not the Doctor. I don't care who it is, it will never be the Doctor. Because it wasn't Tom Baker. So I understand you get very, very attached, but now, would anyone care to guess, since you know that I started with Baker, who my favorite classic Doctor is?
Baker.
No.
It's 7.
Sylvester McCoy.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, the last of the Doctors. And had I not rediscovered Doctor Who and been willing to give the other Doctors a chance, I would never have discovered how incredibly wonderful McCoy is. And one of the reasons that I love Matt Smith so much is he is very much like Troughton and McCoy. He's very comedic, and probably not since McCoy has there been a Doctor as dark, as incredibly.
Hell yeah!
We all know Chris, who plays a lot of villains, is very drawn to dark things. Anyway.
Well, and I will say, McCoy is, I get asked all the time who my favorite Doctor is, and I've kind of whittled it down